Hi Tea Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we are checking out ATEEZ Pirate King zombie performance. I don't really know how to feel about this one because on the one hand, I feel like this is early days, right? So they're gonna be teeny tiny, they're gonna be new, right? On the other, I'm still recovering from the Black Cat Nero video, so I'm trying to like calibrate a little bit, and it makes me a bit wary going into anything ATEEZ / spook season related. I do think it's a little bit funny though that the song is called Pirate King and they went, you know what this needs? Zombies. That'll really pull the whole concept together. Oh geez, okay. We're leaning in to the whole... Oh, this is like outside. Y'all performing just out on the streets? Y'all just being grabbed? I mean, honestly, not the scariest zombie makeup I've seen. I suppose that's probably on purpose, though. Sorry, Captain turned and looked at me. To be fair, before they start dancing, probably on purpose that it's not the scariest makeup, because at the end of the day, they are idols, right? They can't actually scare anybody. I didn't realize they were, like, out, like, busking in a way. Ah! Like, we're out in the streets performing. Oh my god. Yo sung though. Oh my god, the screaming! Whoa. Wait. Okay, first off, I like that we're just like performing outside. I think that's fun. I don't know why we're dressed all in striped shirts. What was the concept we were going for? I do appreciate that they're performing on this like crosswalk because it's gonna help them like spot, right? It's basically like marking up the ground so that they can make sure they're like center in their formation. And I think that's like a fun way of going about it. Also, it goes with the whole like stripes thing. So it's like, it's aesthetic, but also practical. And I appreciate that. I wonder, is that part of the reason why in the KQ Fellows performances, they were in the parking lot? Because I was like, one, it's the space. Two, is it because there are a bunch of lines for the parking spots? I never really thought about it before. Anyway, the screaming for the crowd though, justified. We also have a marker on the ground. Song needs to like take a breath. Do we have contacts? Whoa! Sorry, I was like contacts, and then Dogo like walked forward. And I was like, dang, okay. I don't know why his contact specifically hit me. Do we have a hand on the back of our hand? Yeah, I was like, I'm assuming one, I'm going back in time when this came out. I'm like, I'm gonna assume that is a Suicide Squad reference. We don't talk about that Joker collectively. Can we all agree we don't talk about that Joker? The fever dream that was that film. I say that as someone who adores Harley Quinn. There's been an extensive conversation about that and how it relates to specifically Sogwa in this group, and I was just like, I feel like this is tapping into the fact that I'm a huge Harley Quinn fan. Anyway, but I do think that it fits in with the whole, will you be my friend? But you see him, I like how you can see he breaks character like a little bit, and I think that's cute. Like looking at the crowd. Valid. Unnecessarily. Unnecessary. What? Your hair was not in your face, sir. What? I couldn't even form my words properly. I was like, what are we doing? We're trying to accomplish. There are bystanders. The chest isolation though, I feel like whenever Yosuga's center, I know I'm pausing a lot, but like, it's fine. Y'all have seen this. I think every time Yosuga's like center, I'm just like sat here smiling because I'm just like, yay, fine, I'm fine. And a prayer for his knees again. Look at the Catton's contacts. Hold on. I can't get him when he's not in motion. He's dancing too much. But the bright, vibrant blue contacts, but he has like the warm toned hair in contrast. It's good. It's good as with the cut too. Shout out to the makeup. He's so cute though. Sun just smiles and I'm like, I'm sorry, Jungkook, why did you grimace at all? I was like, yeah, Sun's having his diva moment. This is one of my favorite parts. And then I looked at Jungkook because these contacts are, I don't know why him specifically. I'm like, dang, those contacts are working for you. But why are you mad at me? I didn't do anything. Right? Why? Captain Sir. I know demon line, but please, his smile before he walks forward too. Okay, again, Captain. No, unnecessary. Oh, okay. First up, Captain did not need to be glaring into the souls of everyone around. There are bystanders. Be careful with the power that has been given to you. Second, Uyang, I ask once again, your hair was not in your face. What were we trying to accomplish? And third, I just saw someone coming to the front and I panicked. I was just thinking, I'm happy that he's not been a focal point so far, because him with this concept, I feel like it's gonna be a lot. And I just panicked for a second. So I needed to calibrate. Jesus, sorry. Captain Sir, leave me alone. Thank you. Honestly, surprisingly tame from Sunhwa. He can be much crazier than that if he wants to be. My gosh. Uyang is working. Wait, no, it's coming. But I'm like, I need a second before we get into the latter half of this. I just need a breath. Okay, that's all I need. Also, shout out to Yosung for putting in the work. That man is committed to this dance. And you know what? He should be. I need more center moments from him, okay? Maybe I'm just being greedy, but maybe I'm being reasonable. I don't know. That's a really good part too. The sun just puts everything into it. I do need him to leave me alone though. The contacts are crazy. I mean, what a performance. And what was the context? Was it just we're gonna perform this? I know that Dingo has a bunch of different kinds of performance, live performance stuff that they've done. But can you imagine you're just on a street and tiny ATEEZ is performing dressed up as zombies, and then later in your life, right, in this year of our Lord 2025, to be I was there? That'd be wild. I think of that a lot whenever there's an iconic moment in any K-pop group that I watch. I'm imagine being part of that. Imagine being in the crowd or being around when that happened. And I just wasn't. Though sometimes I was around and then people were remember that old song from that group? And I'm I don't need you to make me feel ancient. Thank you very much. But I think it was really fun. I think that like the idea of doing a performance like this out like on the street is definitely something that they're a little bit more prepared for because of doing stuff like KQ Fellas and all of the like, kind of training and stuff for that it's something that they're leaning more into at the beginning of their career, right? Trying to really paint themselves as performers and not just like a K-pop group, right? We get that with the whole like hala hala of it all. I don't think I need to like go into further details about like why that was an incredible thing to add to their discography. But I think that it's really interesting to have not only this as like one of their debut songs, this performance coming out around when they debuted as well, but having the like theatrics of something like dressing up as zombies. Like it's gonna make you stop and watch. Like it's not just people performing, it's also like adding in that extra layer of like theatrics to it. And I think that's really in line with what they were leaning into, trying to get that like attention, right? Try to get people to talk about them. So I think that it's a really interesting mixture of things going on at the beginning of their like career and stuff. Honestly, a really fun, different lean on a performance, right? Part of kind of the promotions going on for something like Pirate King. But I also think that it's a lot more tamed than I have seen from them. And I think that is also really interesting because you would have the opportunity to lean into the crazy, or at the very least lean into the whole like zombie thing. And I think that it was like not like a critique on them, because obviously a great performance from them. I just feel like if they did it now, that would be like a much different commitment to the bit. I even feel like I said Seungwon, I was like, oh, I feel like Seungwon's gonna have a moment where he gets to be center, and this is an opportunity for him to let the crazy fully out, right? That we know he can have when he's performing, and he was relatively tamed for it. But I think also some of that is like earlier on in their career performing on like a street instead. I don't know how many like takes they did of this, how comfortable they were with it. Me being like, they're probably more prepared for this than a lot of K-pop groups are, because they do have some training that was like involving with doing a little bit more performances like this that are more just like on the streets, or they've all the KQ Fellas performances and stuff like that. But that's a little bit different from performing on like a stage and all of that, but it's still like a different kind of vibe that you're bringing to that performance, as opposed to like the energy that you have to bring to it, and you're dealing with a lot of logistics that go along with that. So I don't really know all the ins and outs behind that, but it's definitely a fun kind of take on it. I don't know why we did zombies for pirates, but sure, pirate in the name, and y'all were like zombies though. But hey, like I said, it's attention grabbing. I think that it's a great opportunity to show off like their performance and stuff, and to have a little bit of a different lean to the way that they're promoting it, instead of just like doing all of the performance stage circuit that everyone does when they have comebacks or debuts or whatever. So I think that it's an interesting lean on that as well, and definitely a nice one like added to my collection of things to revisit going into the Halloween season and spooky vibes and all of that. But I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can click this playlist to go into my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to miss next time I post an ATEEZ reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.